What's up, guys? Mower Medic 1 here, and today's video is going to be on this. It's a Howse 8-foot PTO driven mower that's on the back of a, I don't remember the model number of the tractor. I think it's a, what is this thing? Doesn't say. Just says Ford. I don't know. Oh, it's a 5610. But the problem we're having is we're having disengagement of the blades, and we have figured out what is happening, and let me show you. Here is, this is the new drive spider. Here is the old one, and as you can tell, the splines have give out right here. This thing should have splines all the way out to here. So what's happening is, here is the old spline, and it still has a couple of the old style splines. We're not going to replace those right now. But what happened was, the end of the spline spun out, and the reason being is that this assembly, and I'll take this side off here in just a second and show you what I'm talking about. Yep, just as we suspected, this assembly, by design, see, it's just got a clamp bolt here that you loosen to, or tighten to clamp that to the shaft. What's happened is, this whole assembly has walked to the left over here, and is only leaving just an inch of spline left. So to save this hub, we're going to loosen this up, and we're going to slide this whole assembly back over and tighten it up. But the new style spider that we're going to put on it is completely different. It doesn't have any through bolts. It actually comes down through here with big 1/2-inch bolts, and then it just squeezes itself on to the splines of the gearbox. So let's go ahead and get this one assembled, and we'll see how it turns out. With this pinch bolt loosened, as you can tell, I can just take a claw hammer and I'm able to move this whole thing over. Idea is to get that clamp bolt around where this ring around the spline shaft is. So we're going to move that over and hopefully tighten this down and let this side live for a little while longer while we rebuild this side with the new style spider. So another thing that we're going to have to make sure of before we bolt all this together is that we get the blades timed. This blade is going to be like this, and this blade is going to be like this, so they're 90 degrees out from each other. That's going to be the, I guess, the hard part, but it'll have to be timed before we slip everything back together, tighten all the bolts down, and all that good stuff. To time these blades is pretty simple. They have some cutouts here in the cutting deck, and what I've done in the cutting disc underneath is the blades itself, and then they have timing holes made through the blade disc, and all I've done is I've got a piece of pipe in there to hold that steady while we come over here and peek through this hole. And if you can see the big blade bolt through the hole and center that bolt and nut through that hole, then you know you got your blades timed correctly. All right, so we're gonna have to move this whole assembly yonder way a little bit. I've loosened up the set screw here, and as you can tell, it's missing a set screw here, but I'm just gonna take an air hammer, set it right there, and let's see if we can't move this over. Essentially, what I need to do is get this hole lined up over the ridge or the ring around the spline. So I need to go this far. Now it's just a matter of getting everything bolted back together. And like I said, you got to make sure your blades are in time. We're still going to utilize this clamp bolt right here for this old style spider. We're going to put a new grade 8 bolt in that one, and then we'll spin this down to hold it in place. And this is going to replace, or is going to be replaced by, if I can get the wrench on it, the new style spider here. Just got a clamp around the shaft instead of a bolt down through it. That is the ticket to keeping this thing in one spot and from shifting side to side. So let's go ahead and get these bolts tight. All right, we got the left side all done. Now we just got to do the right side and we'll be done with this job. Let's get it all put back together. Alrighty guys, we got that little 8-foot mower going one more time. Time will tell if those other two spiders lasts. Super easy to change out, so if they do shell out, we know where we can get them and get them replaced pretty quick. But anyway, hey, if you like this type of content, give me a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. And while you're there doing that, go ahead and click that bell so that you get all of my new videos. Have a great rest of your weekend. Mower Medic 1.